Hey guys, this is 1488 here again, Michael Schroeder, for another video. And on the Schroeder Show episode 7, for this topic I would like to talk about Nickelodeon and its return to game shows, which I am pretty happy about, because it's been a very long time since we've seen actual game shows from Nickelodeon. And Figure It Out has returned for the first time since the end of the last century, of course, 99. It's been 13 years since the last time it aired, with Summer Sanders doing the original run for 3 years. It is completely different than it. Well, it's kind of the same Figure It Out as it was in the past, but it's different because of where it's located. Where it's located now, and the panelists are different. The stage is different. Everything. The same rules applies and stuff like that, but there's no more ability answer head. There's no more. There's still the slime action, secret slime action. Rounds 2 and 3 are 45 seconds apiece. So far from where I've looked at the show, currently it's all Nickelodeon. Current Nickelodeon show stars that are the panelists on, and of course, like I said, different stage area. In the past, it was all those game shows Nickelodeon had was at Nickelodeon Studios in Universal Studios, Florida. Now it's been moved to L.A. and Paramount. Of course, Nickelodeon is owned by Paramount, and but it comes to say that I think, in my mind, this is a good start for the return of game shows to Nickelodeon. I think they should revise some game shows. The only other game show they revived was Double Dare 2000. And that was after, it was revived after Family Double Dare of the 90s, of the 80s and the 90s. But I'm talking about shows like Nick Arcade, Legends of the Hidden Temple, for example. Big example, Legends of the Hidden Temple should be one of the many game shows that Nickelodeon can revive, and I hopefully one day they will have the money and have the knowledge of doing Legends of the Hidden Temple again. I think it was a great show for 3 years. For 3 years, that was a good game show. It was one of I'd say, the most thrilling, exciting game show I've ever seen in my life. And I love to say, I love watching it. I love the temple runs. I love the, I think in today's technology, you could still do this kind of stuff. Make it, still have that kind of ancient feel, but I think there should be more artifacts. I think there are going to be more artifacts if they ever do such a thing like this again. But I'm talking about, yeah. And another example, Nick Arcade. That show did not last. That lasted, I don't know how long. Could someone remind? I don't have the information on top of my head right here. But video games have changed over the last 20 years. We went from cartridges now to CDs, and the graphics are much better than ever before. I think there could be a chance that they might also revive that show too. I'm not saying it can be done. It could be done, but you gotta have money first. But I think if you start doing game shows again, revive those classic game shows, doing that whole 90s block, the 90s are all that on Teen Nick was a start. It was a total start because people are like us, the kids of the 80s and the 90s, I loved it. I don't get to watch it nowadays, but it's fun. And just to see, now that, because Nick Gass has been dead for 5 years, You got to do something about it. And I think in my right mind, you ought to revive these game shows back and have, or and still have that '90s feel to it. Guts could be a good example. Legends is a good example. Nick Arcade, Double Dare. If you could ever bring back Double Dare, that's a good start. But I'm just saying, that's up to Nickelodeon to decide whether or not it's the right idea to do that kind of stuff again. But I'm saying I love the way they're bringing back game shows. I love they brought back Figure It Out. I think they need to do a little bit more research, and they need to do a little bit more. I'm not ranting against Nickelodeon. I'm giving them praise. I think they will. I think hopefully in the future, in the next few years, I can definitely see game shows coming back on Nickelodeon in a big way. And another thing, speaking of Nickelodeon, 2013, the 20th anniversary of the Power Rangers franchise kicks off with the newest season of Power Rangers called Power Rangers Megaforce. The final leg of Super Samurai airs in September this year. And guys, expect the unexpected. You've seen the trailer for it. You've seen the trailer that Alex has or Jaden has a secret. He's not the original Red Ranger. I promise you. I've seen Shinkenger, and expect the very first very true first female Power Ranger in the history of the show. Expect that, folks. It's gonna happen. I wonder how they're going to do this. I wonder how they, can't wait to see it in a few months from now. Other than that, Power Rangers Megaforce. Of course, I was trying to get to the point. Power Rangers Megaforce is the 20th anniversary year show. It is going to follow the same route as Samurai, going 2 years, and I think they're going to go the same route as in do half in the half in the spring, half in the fall, and then do another season, half in the spring, half in the fall. That kind of format, which will because it's based off of Gosager, they're not going to go with that Angel theme that Gosager did in 2010. But I would like to see how they play this out, and I really. Oh, by the way, I have been following Power Rangers all my life, and there's something that drives me under my skin, and I'm not playing the race card here, but have you noticed in the last 10 years there has not been an African American female Yellow Ranger? That's true, folks. There has not been an African American female Ranger Yellow in 10 years. In over 10 years. But the thing that really bothers me is Pink Ranger. You've had Caucasian. You have Latino Pink Rangers. You had Asian Pink Rangers. But you have never in the 20 years had an African American being a Pink Ranger. And I don't know if that kind of sounds like the prejudice, sounds like a race card here, but I'm saying 20 years and you have not ever introduced an African American, a black woman as a Pink Power Ranger is astonishing. It's shocking to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, we'll see what the cast is when they introduce Megaforce at the comic conventions or at the PowerCon. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'm a little shocked that it's going to be Goseiger than not Gokaiger, because it's Gokaiger was a anniversary season, and this is technically a, but I guess Saban and Power Rangers have a contract under Toei saying they cannot skip a season of Super Sentai. So expect Gokaiger in 2015. That will do it for now. On the next episode, episode 8, I will talk. Well, actually, I'm not going to do episode 8 till later. The next video I will do is based off, of course, on the report of the release of the Free report, Louis Free report of the investigation on Penn State, and the reason of why this thing was covered up over the years, for 14 years, why this thing was covered up, because Jerry Sandusky molested young boys. And I'll get to my point. So this that will be a rant. This is going to be a rant. So I'll be home tonight. So what my original episode 7 was, I will redo that. Put that as an episode 8. I gotta take a look at it, and and redo it. So by me, I'm redoing it. Just recorded it, re-record it on camera, and do it again. So, and yeah, until then, this is Michael Schroeder, also known as 1488, signing out. See you next time.